Hi, Taurus. This is your October timeline tarot reading, and I am Kelly Diane. I'm excited because this is my favorite time of year. I love October. But timeline tarot doesn't really have any sort of agenda as far as, love or anything like that. I just kind of, whatever the universe needs for you to know is going to come out in the reading. I just don't like trying to guide my readings. I like them to come out naturally. A few things I got for Taurus were depth, grace, focused, and I love me more. So some of you could be going on some sort of love journey with yourself. And a lot of times that can be a very painful experience because a lot of the past gets brought up a lot whenever you're working with yourself or your heart. So that might be for some of you. Let's go ahead now and see what the reading has to say. Another song that kept coming up for me was that one song that goes, "You gotta let somebody love you. Let somebody love you." I don't know who that song is or who sings that song, but Desperado. Desperado is the name of the song, but I don't know who sings it. But that song came up for you also. So if any of you want to look up Desperado, it's an old 70s song. There might be some messages in there for you. Anyway. So for some of you, you're feeling like you don't have a lot of options when it comes to a work situation. You feel like there's a real issue occurring within a work-like setting, and like possibly some dramatic things are occurring within the work setting. I'm getting like trouble breathing too. I don't know if maybe some of you are having some allergies or like asthmatic situation occurring, but like my breathing is actually I'm having a hard time breathing. I feel like it might be that the situation that you're dealing with might actually make you feel ill just by having to deal with it. So what the advice from the universe is that it's asking you to just keep working hard and focusing on work. Like, don't focus on the drama or the hard situation that you're dealing with. Like, just throw yourself into work, which is totally what a Taurus would normally do. That's what this first timeline is deciding to do. And in turn, I feel like come the summertime, I keep getting something with the summertime. I feel like you're going to meet a Leo, and they're going to come into the picture, and like a love is going to happen for you. But know that you both have come from a past situation that was heartbreaking for you both. So you're both coming from a place of pain. Make sure you understand that about this person and don't allow that to come into your relationship. Leave the past where it belongs. Another thing, I know I'm in the middle of a reading currently, but I'm going to do a segment here in a minute where you're going to ask a yes or no question. You can pause the video and I will tell you yes or no in the segment, and we'll pull some cards for it. However, so this first group of you, you're just throwing yourself into work through the winter months, and I feel like eventually come summertime, you're going to meet a Leo. So make sure you don't bring your heartache and pain into that relationship. Some of you might have already met that person, but make sure you're not feeding off the past, and allowing it to make you think like, a lot of times whenever you feed off the past, it makes you think that like past issues are current issues that are just not current issues. They're the past. So make sure you're not doing that. And that might also be some of the drama that's ensuing at the work situation as well. This might be some past pain coming up for you that maybe is unresolved pain and may not all have to do with the work situation. So, all right, let's look at the second timeline. Let's see what we have here. What's going on with my second timeline? So my second timeline, people, ooh, this is, you're really down. It's like, you know that saying, like, don't kick me when I'm already down. Like, that's the energy that I am seeing here. But it's like, some of you might even actually be sick. Some of you might actually be feeling ill or might actually be sick. And all of this has to do with like a buildup of emotion for you. It's like you ignored something for so long that now it's like you can't ignore it any longer. And you're deciding to drop a burden and that you just no longer want to carry because it's too heavy. It's literally making you sick. So you're going to come forward with this information that you're going to drop this burden. So it could be a person or a job, but you're definitely dropping it. You're like, I'm done with this. Some of you might actually take a financial hit because of this leaving of the situation or deciding to let go. I'm also getting something about medical bills, that a debt is going to be paid off medically for some of you. And also a child-like figure is also coming in here that might have to do with the medical bills or something about them. There's going to be some reprieve with this medical situation. So whatever situation or person you're wanting to get away from, I feel like they might be fighting over a child with you, or a child might be involved in between you guys. It's almost like a triangular situation. Like this individual is talking smack to the child or telling the child things about you. Please understand that I feel like some of you might be taking this individual for granted, like the destruction that this individual can actually do. Don't be fooled by the destruction that they're capable of, because this person in your world is extremely destructive and you need to treat them as such. And I feel like in the past, you might have been in such a debilitated state that you couldn't see how destructive this person is. I would actually warn you to kind of protect your child or your children in this situation. And don't allow a lot of time spent with this individual. If there's any substance involved, know that this individual is still definitely doing the substance. Like they're trying to pretend like they're not, but they're definitely doing it still. And there's going to come a point in the future where you're actually going to call them out on it. Yeah, it's going to create a lot of drama and issues. They just won't be honest with you. It's like they refuse to move on. They think that if they can manipulate this child in the process, this child or this younger person, it feels like a younger person. If they can manipulate this younger person to keep you stuck, that's what they want to do. Ugh, that is the worst ever. So that's not acceptable. They're not moving on. They're refusing to move on. I would even consider potentially putting some sort of legal document in way of them. I mean, this is how dangerous this person feels to me. Some sort of legal document because they just want to possess you. They want to have possession over you. Oh, I'm sorry. That is like the worst. So let's get some advice for both. Let's just get some total advice for each timeline here. What advice should I'm really thinking you should get like some sort of restraining order or something. So this individual just wants to control you, like I thought in the beginning. And what you need to do is I would change your number. I would just completely eliminate yourself from the situation. I feel like both situations are asking for an eliminating, I feel like both situations are asking you to make a huge shift. And that's why this is occurring in both of your timelines. It's like you're dealing with drama in both scenarios and issues of people being extremely dramatic and just chaotic. And I think both scenarios you're being asked to shift your perspective or shift your life in a way to kind of deal with the past, but also not live in the past. It's not asking you to live there. It's asking you to be aware of the past or the past pain that you might be having that you're unaware of. But I would definitely get away from people who are just not good for you and who are just trying to hurt you. Okay, so this next segment, I'm going to ask you to pause the video, think of a yes/no question, and then push play, and I will give you an answer. So, the answer to your question is no. That's the answer to your question is no. And then I'm going to pull a animal card or 3 for you to kind of further that no. So it says watch and wait. Lay a solid foundation. And embrace the in-between. So really the no coming in, and it's really just asking you to kind of be on pause and not really move. Like kind of watch things. I don't think you need to be super proactive. I think you need to be smart about this situation, but I don't think you need to be super proactive. Whatever your question was, this is all saying just wait a minute. Just put it on hold and do not move forward. It's asking you not to move forward before you know where you're going. So don't move forward until you know where you're going, okay? I really appreciate you all watching my videos. If you could, please send people my way. That would be awesome. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram. Below is all types of ways that you can donate to my channel, which would be greatly appreciated. Again, I just really appreciate you all watching my content, and I love you all very much. You have a wonderful rest of your October month, and I will be back before the month is over with more content. Thank you.